All right, so we determined that the temperature switch, the fan temperature switch on the radiator is bad. And so I did jumper the fan works fine. So what we're gonna do is come up with a temporary solution to running the fan, and while we're waiting, I've ordered a new switch, and so while we're waiting for that new switch to come in, we're going to put the fan on a toggle switch. Now, and then we got like a jet going overhead. And then when I run it, I'll just turn the fan on. And the reason you can't just jumper these together and leave them jumpered together all the time is that is hot all the time. It is not keyed to the ignition switch. So if you jumper that, it will run when the engine's not even running. You know, when the key's off, it'll continue to run. So you need to put it on a toggle switch or some way. I don't know, maybe you could hook it up at the back up to the ignition switch, but we're doing the least amount of effort, not the least amount of effort, the least amount of, what's the word I want? We're doing this to where it leaves all the wiring stock. We're not messing with any of the wiring. We're gonna plug into these. What I've got here, I've made up a little harness. If I was leaving this permanently, I would put it in some wire covering, but it's not gonna be permanent. So it's just a toggle switch wired up to these two plugs. This is the same kind of connector that's on the factory wires. So it's just the male end, the female end is on the factory wire. So this will plug right in. We're not messing with any wiring. So we're gonna come over here, and there's some holes. We're gonna go for this top one here. Feed that in. You can see where that comes out now. And we're going to then put our toggle switch right here. So I'm gonna need both hands and everything to get that over there, but let me get that over there and then we'll wire it up, or we'll plug it up. All right, there it is. Having this off makes it easy to get to the back side of here, and it's just running up here. It is not a pretty job or whatever you want to call it. It's just quick and easy. So we're going to plug this up. I want it to where the switch is facing up. Let me just plug this in, or when the on, I want it where the on is up. I might have to flip the switch around. Let me plug these in. So there it is, plugged in. I did have to flip my switch around, but I've got it tightened up now. And I might need to turn it just to, I have to tighten it again. But so when I crank it up, I'll just flip that on, and then when our new switch comes in, we will we'll take that out, and we'll, you know, it took 5 minutes. So temporary solution that's not just complete rigging. It's a nice temporary solution.